Oh, ladies and gentlemen, good morning to you all. It's me, it's Ken. We're doing that Brooklyn Independent Comics Showcase thing here, the BICS for 2025. Check it out. We're here now at the table of Zovi, whose work is called Zoviism. I want to know what that means. So who am I going to ask? Zovi. Hi, Zovi. How are you?
I'm good. How are you?
Welcome to Brooklyn. Welcome to BICS. All far away from that land of Queens.
I had to go to Manhattan actually to come here.
Yeah, Queens is not easy to get to. So tell me a little bit about yourself and your artwork, what you do, what you're about.
Well, I'm French, so one of my books is actually in French. I also lived in China for a while, so you can also see that.
So it's in French and Chinese?
It actually is. There is some Chinese, you know, you can actually read it in Chinese as well as in French. You can also read it with Google Translate. I have some friends who have done that because they don't speak French or Chinese. But now I live in New York, so
I speak 6 words of French and you heard them when I talked to you.
They were great. But now I live in New York City, so I paint a lot around New York City, and I like to, you know, do plein air and paint. I also have some comics that are in English, so these are more for my English-speaking friends. These are short comics that I did last year. They're more experimental. This one is a full story. And, you know, I also do painting, I do gouache, I also print in Riso. If you're familiar with this one is Riso.
Wow, that's nice. Yeah, I've just learned about this process at the Mocha Fest.
Yeah. It's really fun, you know, you have some really vibrant colors and you can get super creative with it. And then, you know, if you actually look at this image again, you might have seen it before because it's on the subways, because I actually work for the MTA, so you've probably seen the Don't Be Someone's Subway Story campaign.
Oh yeah, I've seen that.
That's part of it. There's a little cameo of me in the campaign.
Oh, look at that.
Yeah, so...
Now, what is the melodic comics?
Okay, so this one is actually some comics that I made from covers of songs. I took a song and then I actually changed the lyrics and I made a comic about it, so you can listen to the music through this QR code. It takes you to Bandcamp and you can listen to the comic as you're reading my story. And so I printed it all in Riso, so it's all handmade. This book is all 100% handmade. And it was a lot of work. It's really, it's an experience, you know, because you're listening, you're reading, you're touching, because Riso is also like very much of a sensory experience. And yeah, these are my precious babies.
Now, all right, so that's a music thing. So what kind of music do you find yourself listening to?
I listen to a lot of electronic music. I would say that's what I work to the most. And then I also really love jazz, you know, my go-to is actually like gypsy jazz.
Which is who?
Gypsy jazz, you know?
Gypsy jazz.
I love gypsy jazz.
So for people who don't know what gypsy jazz is, name an artist that you like that they should look up.
I mean, the most famous one is Django Reinhardt.
Okay.
That's like the classic of classic. But you know, I'm gonna name drop and I'm gonna, you know, promote my friend Etienne Jean.
Okay.
He's a French musician who does gypsy jazz, and he lives in Shanghai, where I used to live. We used to be in a band together.
Sweet.
So
what did you do?
Jean,
What did you do in the band?
I was singing and playing the keys.
Nice.
And just, you know, being a personality high.
Nice. I love it. And as far as the electronic music, who's the best for you? Who inspires you the most?
That's too hard, but I would say, okay. That's really hard. I really love Birdie Nam Nam, but that's very old, you know. But that's kind of stuff that I still listen to. I just go back to it because there's still more to it. So Birdie Nam Nam is
So what do you think of the BICS show?
I love the BICS show. It's actually really well organized. I feel like there's a lot of volunteers working around, and you know, it's really nice to feel welcomed and guided as a creator, because sometimes you arrive somewhere and you don't know where to go. So
Is this your first one?
it's my first one here. I've done a lot of other art fairs, but it's my first BICS. And yeah, I haven't been to Industry City before, so I'm really happy to discover the neighborhood. And I'll definitely be back.
You mean there's nothing like Industry City in Queens?
Not really. Actually, maybe there is, but I don't think so. You know, this is close to the water. It's so nice. There's I just started discovering it, you know, and there's so much for me to
Awesome.
see still.
All right, Zovi dear, I'm going to let you get back to your table. You were awesome. I thank you so much for talking to me. All right, my dear friends, you know how it works. It's me, it's Ken, and we're at the Bix. And you're going to do me a favor. You're going to click subscribe to the channel, click the notification bell, and like and leave a comment on the video. And we're going to pick up Zovi's sign because we knocked it down. All right, see you next time. Bye.